Okay, so I figured I would start out this new era by talking about a whole thing that's coming up called the NFL Draft. So I did a mock draft with a bunch of the Maxwell guys and just other sports media people from around the nation, and I obviously chose the Chiefs. So this is kind of who I think right up here uh, would be a good fit for the Chiefs just based off of how that mock draft went. So in that first round at pick 31, we got Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon, I know a lot of people want an offensive tackle here. I think with Jalen Moore, you put a decent band aid over that position so you can develop a later round pick. There's a bunch of guys that I think could really be developed into real studs at the offensive tackle position. Uh, it's definitely a need for sure, but I think you can find a better value pick and pick someone like Derek Harmon, who I think is a great scheme fit. Harmon reminds me a lot of Chris Jones with his length and versatility. He's a very powerful bull rusher that can disrupt and allow sack masters like George Karlaftis and Chris Jones to wreak havoc. So expect probably Derek Harmon or another defensive tackle like Walter Nolan to be picked here. I'm not seeing a tackle that I really love in the first round, at least for first round value. But obviously that could change. The Chiefs could know something that I don't. For the second pick, though, Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. I'm going to be 100% honest here. I don't think we're looking for a Kelsey replacement in this draft. I think the Chiefs have that in Noah Gray to a degree. I think he's an excellent pass catcher. I think he's great down the middle and has all the pass catching abilities that we saw from Travis Kelsey. Maybe not as great movement as we saw from Kelsey, but he's definitely got the pass catching abilities and is a reliable receiver. I think we really saw that last year. You definitely could secure a blocking tight end, though. And I think you have that in Elijah Arroyo. His coaching staff really incentivized being a blocking tight end, but he also has productivity in the passing game. Arroyo has that kind of production in the passing game while also still being a great blocking tight end that I think it would really benefit a Kelsey Gray situation. So that's kind of where we're at with that second round pick. Third round pick, Ozzy Trapillo out of Boston College. He's a great swing tackle choice. He really excels in pass blocking and neutralizing the edge. I know that is music to Chiefs fans' ears and could really develop into a great edge blocker with length, active hands, and that ability to ride rushers around the pocket. I think that's an excellent round three pick, and that I believe is your tackle of the future. Jalen Moore will put that band aid on there, and we'll see how he does. But I think if you develop Trapillo, he's going to be an excellent pass blocker, and he's going to be an excellent left tackle. Fourth round pick. I think it's a name you may recognize if you follow my content and follow Kansas football. Devin Neal. He's a local kid who got a lot of really productive experience in college. He was a 4-year starter. He's a patient runner who finds the gap well and can excel in the passing game too. And he's got great contact balance and ball security. I mean, I think he only fumbled like twice in his entire Kansas football career, which is insane. He's very reminiscent of an early Le'Veon Bell. He's very decisive with his gaps and can hit the gap hard when needed to. He's very much a gap runner. He's not going to beat anybody with his speed by any means. He's not super elusive. He can definitely make the jukes if he needs to, but his strength is really in finding that gap and hitting it, and also in the passing game too. He's very good on those swing passes and can really open those avenues up. For that 95th pick, I got Ricky White. He's a deep threat guy with great hands and acceleration abilities. Could have potential in the slot or maybe even as a reserve for Rashi Rice or Hollywood. Special teams capabilities as well. Special teams capabilities are huge for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, we saw that last year. Dave Toub is a special teams guru, and Ricky White is a special teams Dave Toub type of guy. He blocked, I believe, 4 punts, and to have that type of individual effort is insane. So I think he needs to build on his size and physicality, but that's really my only issue with Ricky White there. I think that's a great pick at 133. So overall, that's definitely the pick that I would want for that middle to late round. So now we're getting into the later rounds, the guys that you're probably going to, I mean, with the Chiefs, you never know, obviously, because we've had so many great late round picks there. But Maxon Hook out of Toledo, this is a very intriguing safety because he's a patented Steve Spagnuolo safety. He's a big hitter. He's a physical safety. I mean, he can come up and hit just watching his film. But he can also cover the roof, too, with excellent field roaming ability. He's got great zone coverage skills. He's got excellent play reading skills. And if he falls to us at 226, that's a huge play. But I would even pick him in the later rounds, like as early as round 4 or 5. I mean, he is the patented Justin Reid replacement. I mean, he's great. And I know he's got, G5 experience, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Shamari Simmons out of ASU is that pick at 251. He's another patented Spags. He's another patented Spags guy. With hitting ability, physical play, he forced 4 fumbles last year at Arizona State, and he's very complimentary to coverage corners. Really a feasting guy down low. So I think getting those two at 226 and 251 would be really beneficial for Steve Spagnuolo's defense. And finally, with the final pick 257, Howard Cross III out of Notre Dame. Adds more bodies to the defensive line, creates a rotation seen in past seasons, another disruptor guy that has loose hips and quick feet. Size is an issue, but he's more of a movement guy than a power guy that could be a great scheme fit for the power guys around him like Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, and others. So that's my mock draft. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's great to be back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys enjoy my future stuff. So.